Ever wonder what a few things you shouldn't do after a hair transplant? Well, I got a few of them for you. Last night, I was sitting on the couch and touched the top of my head and noticed there was blood coming out of the top of my head. Obviously, I was freaking out. I didn't know what was wrong, so I ran to the bathroom and noticed that I was bleeding. Moments before, I was just watching TV and I had my hand on my head just like this, and I was wearing my Apple Watch. And the Apple Watch must have snagged a few hairs because I've done it on my beard a couple times and actually pulled the hair follicles out. I'm at 5 weeks out and the follicles were bleeding a ton. I would say there's probably 3 or so follicles that were only pulled, and the blood was pretty heavy. So anyway, know that even at this stage, your follicles are still very vulnerable. And because the top of my head is still numb, I didn't feel it. So I didn't even know what was happening. I didn't even feel the tug. And when I pulled it, I literally just kind of ripped it out and didn't even know. And it wasn't until I touched my hand later that I saw that there was blood on the top of my head. I'll post a couple photos now so you can kind of see what that looks like. It took maybe 10 minutes for the bleeding to really fully stop. I woke up this morning and took a shower and washed it kind of gently just to make sure there was no blood after that. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's only 3 follicles. I don't know if they were fully ripped out. I don't know if they're gonna heal. I don't know really what's gonna be the outcome for those 3 in particular, but I'm hoping they just were dislodged and will be okay. One other thing I was gonna mention that is odd and randomly specific, but if you are going to Turkey for a hair transplant and you end up going to Cappadocia and doing like the famous hot air balloons, you're not supposed to have like a blow dryer come near your head for about a month. When you are on those hot air balloons, if you are near the end and you don't have that protective covering, it is hotter than a blow dryer. So know that. I was on one maybe 10 days after my hair transplant. They told me it was okay to do, but I was standing near the edge and all of a sudden my head started to burn, and I flinched because it felt really, really hot, and for being numb, I could feel it through my scalp. So anyway, it was probably equivalent to a blow dryer. So you have to be super careful. Just be aware. I mean, probably for the first 3 months of whatever you're doing coming to the top of your head, like I don't even rub my hair dry in the shower. After I get out of the shower, I pat it. So you're really gonna take care of your recipient area really well. So just know, even 5 weeks out, you are still vulnerable to little things like that. Just be always aware of what's going on the top of your head, touching the top of your head, bumping the top of your head, getting in and out of planes. There's so many things that can happen. I assess risks for a living, so I know about these things. Anyway, happy growing, everybody, and I'll update you soon. Thanks.